Hello everyone, it's Carrie at Inky Bee Journals and Ephemera. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time coming to my channel, hello and welcome to you. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back and hanging out with us again. I really do appreciate it. So today we are working on the Purple Roses journal again, and this is part 5. And if you have not seen the parts 1 to 4 of this journal so far and you would like to, head on over to the playlist section of the channel and you will find a playlist there under the name of Junk Journal Tutorials, and you will find parts 1 through to 4 in that playlist. Now, this journal is based on a digital kit created by my Porch prints. Now, I will link this kit and other information for my Porch prints in the description box below if you would like to go and check that out. And I will try to link also this sweet little trim, which I'm pretty sure I got from Tapology. So I will link Tapology in the description box below, and if I can find this trim I will link that too if you are interested. Now today we are up to adding in the ephemera. I've done a little bit of work and gone ahead and put the trim on the tags so far, but I have one tag that I will do with you so that if you haven't done this before, I can show you how we go about doing that. We'll also be adding some lace to this spine area, which will hide off where we've stitched. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you like the way it looks to see that stitching, you don't have to cover it up. It's just something that I'm going to do with this journal. So I've got this little bit of lace here, which actually has some little purple pink sort of roses in it. And so that goes along with the theme. And for a closure, I wanted to keep it fairly simple because this journal has come out to be quite a chunky monkey. And I think this is what some people refer to as gator mouth because it opens up, or Pac-Man mouth. So I wanted something that wasn't going to be a problem for closing a chunky book like this. So I've just got some of this purple lace and I thought we could just wrap that around and do a bow in the front, and that can just be our closure. So without further ado, let's get to it. So we'll move this across. We'll start with putting the decorative string into the eyelet at the top of this tag. So I've just cut this decorative, I don't know what it is, yarn I guess, from Tapology, and I've cut it at about 5 inches long, and I'm just going to fold it roughly in half so that the ends are roughly even, and then I'm just going to pinch where the fold is, and you can either put it in through the front or in through the back. Now I'm just going to put it in through the back and pull it through, but just leave a little bit of a tail there and put your finger through the center of where that fold is, or your finger and your thumb if you need to, and just pull those tails through that hole that you made, and then just give it a gentle tug at the top, and that should all come together nicely. And there you have your decorative string in the top of your tag. So I put this little white piece of paper in there to remind me where we're up to. So this can just slide in there, that tag now. And then I had this tag. This tag doesn't actually have string in it, but that's because I'm using it as a corner tuck. So I just have a couple more pieces of ephemera to put in there. These pieces of ephemera, you can either just leave them there as something decorative to look at. You can pull them out, you can write all over this area, you can draw on it, do whatever you like, and you can actually turn these over and write on those too if you wanted to, or do a little doodle drawing. And another tag in this pocket here. And you can always take these tags and things out. You've got writing space here, you could put a photo here, you can do whatever you like. And then we have another corner tuck here, so I can have another tag there and another piece of ephemera sticking out here. These are like little tickets, I suppose. And we have another pocket here, so here's another tag and a little ticket here. Maybe I was going to put two of those in, I don't know what I've done. Because this piece goes in here. This is just a little writing piece that goes in this pocket. You can put these in here. And I usually have two of these in those. And that was it. So I must have I might have missed a spot somewhere. It doesn't matter, I'll just, there you go, I had missed a spot. So there you go, that can go in there. So that's put all the ephemera in. The next thing we need to do is cover this spine area. So I've got this purple roses lace and I've got some fabric glue. So hopefully I can get this done without too much trouble. So the idea is the purple bit, the purple roses bit that runs down the center will be right over the middle of the spine area here. This could prove to be a little bit tricky, but I will do my best. So that will go on there like that, and then we will glue down the sides to dress it up a little bit on the front and the back. So we might have to do this in stages, I think. So I'm just going to try and run some glue right down center. And try to stick this as close to that center as I can of the spine. Again, we're making something that is handmade, so if things are slightly off with measurements or slightly wonky when it's glued down, it's okay. We can try to make things look as even as possible, but sometimes we do have those slight imperfections, and that is okay. So now that's stuck. It might take a little bit for it to set up. So I hope everybody is doing well. We've had a rather warm day here today. We are still at the tail end of our summer months, and we seem to be having a lot of hot weather all of a sudden, because if you know my local area, you know that it's not common for us to have more than a day or two of hot days. We have nice warm days, and then we have what we consider quite hot days. And today while I was going through my laundry cupboard and my kitchen cupboards and my bedroom cupboard, trying to make some space for things to be moved around, because as I've mentioned before, my mother will be moving in so that I can care for her. And I am turning what is currently my craft room into a bedroom again. So I am trying to make some space for my mum's things to come into the house. And we are just waiting on getting a storage unit organised. Hopefully we have one at the end of March, and then we can start moving some more stuff around. And my mum did bring some pots over here today. A couple of roses are now in my front garden, so it's been a little bit of a busy day today. But unfortunately, I do keep getting notifications on my phone about fires, which is a bit unfortunate, I think, because I don't like to hear about fires happening, but or any disasters really. But it is something that my country is quite well aware of as a typical thing that happens in the warmer months. But it's always more of a concern when you hear that firefighters or people that firefighters are trying to help survive. Sometimes people don't, and that's very, very sad. So I always hope that when I hear about fires happening in our bushland areas, that we're not going to hear about people passing in those fires, because a lot of people do live in our bushland area. Now I'm just going to run a little bit of glue along this edge because it's decided to come loose, and I'm guessing I just didn't glue it very well the first time, so I'll give that some more glue now. Unfortunately, we had a very sad situation recently where one of our local firefighters attended a fire at one of our local shops, and it unfortunately the firefighter passed away. So there was a lot of things on Facebook I noticed where people were showing their support for the local fireys and for the family of this fireman. He was not somebody I knew, but he was somebody that somebody I know used to work with that fellow with the Country Fire Authority. So it was very sad news to hear, and I do understand that it is very hard to lose people that you are close to lose family, because I lost my own brother in a car accident a couple of years ago. Well, not quite 2 years ago. So now that I've got that glued down over the spine, hopefully it stays glued down, I'm just going to cut the edges at the top and the bottom to level that out. Now I think the best way to do that is find the center of the book roughly, lay it sort of flat, and then use the scissors to try and cut along that edge if I can. It may be just a little bit difficult, and it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but somewhat close to the edge. And there is the spine piece done. So that just gives a nice little decorative edge on the back, the front and the spine area. So the last thing we need to do is put a closure on, and so I have this piece of lace. I cannot remember just how long I made this, but we're just going to, all I've done with this lace, just so that you know, is lace can sometimes be a little thin. So what I've done at the ends, at both ends of this lace, is I've just put a little bit of clear glue, fabric glue, and then folded it over and flattened it down and let it dry. That way it just reinforces the end a little bit and makes it just that little bit sturdier. So I'm just going to lay that down somewhere in the middle. And I'm just going to tie this in a basic bow. I'm not very good at bows, so we'll see how I go. So there you go, you've got just a nice little purple bow, and that's basically our journal completed. So in the next video I will do a flip through of this journal, and then we can make a start on something new. So if you have book pages and you're wondering what you can do with those book pages, that is what the next project will be looking at, just as a little bit of an idea for what to expect. But here is our finished Purple Roses journal, and I hope you like it. If you want to have a go, you can use any digitals you like. You don't have to use digitals. You can use a collection of any papers that you like, but it's the basics on how you can make a simple journal. It's an easy first journal to try if you've never made a journal before, or any type of book before. If you go back to some of the very first videos that I did, you will find how to do some of the basic things that we've done in this journal, like folding pages and turning them into a signature and stitching them together. And then what we've done with this journal is we've put those things together and we've turned it into a journal. So what I did in the first few videos was basically just prepping you for some of the skills that you will need to make this simple little journal. So that's basically it for today. I will see you in the next video, hopefully in the next couple of days, but we'll see how I'm going with time. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.